Time fell short on its promise to heal. I had to escort myself off of this wheel, feel like I was running with no destination, just waiting on something to be my salvation, the next medication. That ought to do it. I'll put off my vacations until I get through it, put my life on pause until I feel all better, and I hope it won't cause me to be here forever, but I've been here forever living in and in between. And as I wrote Surrender, knew I had to intervene. Time didn't heal me, so I stepped into the plate. Now I've got a feeling I can still impact my fate. I'm seeking balance. It's more connected than I ever thought, noticing the hidden truths of life I somehow never caught, unlearning what I was taught, remembering my breath. Unless I'm at the precipice of death, I've got that left. And there is so much depth within the human evolution, visible effects of the pitfalls of our institutions, and yet we are malleable and neuroplastic. Though the damage may be drastic, we can reverse it. I know it's absurd, this notion that we're unbroken in the era of overstimulation, simulations, digital addiction, blurred lines between fact and fiction, processed foods, and constant news of gun violence that our leaders ignore while they fund tyrants and their crimes of war, capitalism's unreachable standards, pandemic viruses, and global terror, financial burdens. The earth is hurting, but without turning a blind eye on it all, I believe we can still try to feel calm. Last Christmas, my grandmother lay in a hospital bed. Just a nod of her head was a beautiful moment. I told her, just know that you're loved. We'll heal together. This won't be forever. You'll make it. I know it. And when she awoke, she confirmed that she'd heard all her words. Amidst all that occurred, she could still feel her essence. Maybe that gave her the urge to hold on. I've learned there's nothing wrong with chasing a life full of presence. Man travels the world seeking what he needs, but always returns home to find it. I sought a balm to heal this body as it bleeds, yet the answers were written inside it. Forgoing the notions I thought unimpeachable. Contentment or greatness, I go with the first. Joy, peace, and love, all that I need is reachable. My cup is full, yet I can't quench this thirst. Accolades or friends, I'll go with the latter. As life gets more perfect, why do I get sadder? Fulfillment is internal, so I write in this journal each evening and morning to quiet the chatter. And I bike by the lake to remind myself I'm capable. Wind strikes my face, Chicago cold is inescapable, and I wear these silver rings to recall the places that I've been. If Right Club taught me one thing, it's out to begin again. To my brother George, look how far we've come. The lives we hope to forge have already begun. From talks of dreams and hopes in Clayton to walking the streets of Copenhagen, this companionship is legendary. And a man that's far from secondary is Noah. My ride or die would love to reflect on how time flies. My memory of Hampton with you is sublime. I abandoned the loo, but I'll be back in due time. I ought to blow the dust off the pages of my novel. Haven't opened it up since before I wore goggles, since before my chronic pain became so colossal, but I'm retraining my brain to finally feel less awful. Processing emotions that regrettably were bottled. I was taking cautious motions, now I'm going full throttle with this odyssey of healing. My former self is a fossil, every symptom I've been feeling. Every one of my debacles has led me right here to confront my fear. Camille says, you've been through enough, my dear. None of this was in my plan for the next 5 years. But such is life out here. My passenger window was shattered. They never caught the attacker. Considering all the factors, wasn't a total disaster. No, my intentions were scattered. Gotta hone in on what matters. Making a film seeking actors. Writing books chapter by chapter. Spot generational patterns. Hereditary Ari Aster. Plug in my SD adapter. Realize it's my job to capture light in its intricate fractures. Success was never a ladder. It's commitment to your craft or your soul's calling if you'd rather. Decoding life like a hacker. Acquiring boons from the masters. I'm a student of Zack Snyder, Joshua Luke Smith. I'm flattered to call Josh friend and collaborator. I've told them both that their creations have brought me rapture. Though I hope to reach their stature, it's not a claim that I'm after. These years keep going by faster. I orbit the sun like Saturn, 21 laps. What I've gathered is this. I want a life of passion and compassion, moving through the world in a peaceful fashion, existing in the state of non-obsession and embracing imperfection. I want to engage in endeavors that I love and know even when life isn't all I dreamed of, it's enough and I'm enough. I can somatically release these feelings. Expression is at the heart of healing. I want to breathe in nature and exhale imagination and use my voice to foster change. It's my obligation. I want to learn often. I want love and community, and to live life as it's designed, brutally and beautifully. Woo!